Alright, here we go. Like the usual, what in the world were we doing? Where were we? That's the first question. Pretty far along. I think we had just gotten the... Oh, we got the knife key. So I'm pretty certain then that we had done everything we want to do on here, on this floor, and then we were going to move forwards. So a bit more stuff to do, you know, back in town and so on, but... Oh, whoop. I kind of skipped the whole, like, acknowledging. I don't know if there was a message acknowledging that the key knife didn't break this time. Oh well. Okay. Starting with a big fight today. Oh, so you have to destroy the hands to destroy it, or to make it vulnerable to different kinds of attacks, I think it was. Okay, so in that case... do we want to start with any particular... So a big question is whether we want to start with any particular kind of attack then. While we're here, let's just start with scissors. Or I'm really just, I don't know. Well, not really much. I can lower your, I wonder if all the hands go. Do all the hands attack? Or is it just Mr. Bordeaux over here? Let's debuff you. We've only done the one scissors attack. We can keep up the scissors, I guess. Yeah, why not? Oh no, I'm so hurt. Okay, so now it's... Okay, I couldn't remember if destroying the paper hand would make it vulnerable to paper, but no, it makes it vulnerable to scissors. I feel like it should be the other way around, actually. It'll be a bit more interesting, because you can just use scissors to make it vulnerable to scissors, but as it is, using scissors makes it vulnerable to scissors. Someone else go. See if I know you just went, but... There we go. Yeah, big scissors. Fantastic. And time for paper. Nothing complicated. Oh. Thanks, Bonnie. Oh, our debuffs are actually starting to wear off, I guess. Yes, they are. Okay, be fast, please. I'll actually attack the other rock hand. I don't have paper with you anymore. We need to buff up again anyways. Or, no, Bonnie already helped us with that, didn't they? I just undid my Seif buff. Bonnie! You're really not what I need right now. You know what? Much better. Okay. One of you need to die, hands. That's a problem. Because otherwise I'm not going to do any damage to the one in the middle here. Okay, rock hand, please die. There we go, jeez. Okay, so at least do some damage to the big one. Not that that really matters, but... No, well, you know, this thing can just die now. Not what I intend to do, but yeah, sure, that's fine. Oh, wait, was it? Yeah, does as well. Okay. Okay, and we need to figure out what other food Bonnie likes. I don't remember how we do that here. Trying to remember rice and pineapple were the two that we already figured out. Yeah, you're still here. Okay. Food time. I'm gonna make my obligatory contribution to this emotional scene. No, so last time I had to take the fritters. I want to think... How much ones do you have to take? I'm tempted to take the samosas. Let's see. Ah, there we go. I've never heard of cheese in a samosa. See, there we go. So now we got all three. I have had samosas that don't have potato in them, I guess. But they usually do in my experience. Actually, do they usually? I guess often enough that I think of it as usual. It's not necessarily true. Yeah, that's enough. Okay, so... we know all of Bonnie's favorites and foods now. We found... well, we at least briefly looked at the papers in Mira's drawer. And we need to go back to town, I think, to do the rest of Odil's stuff. Because we found it was the boulanger, I think, that had the family tale checked out. And you... I guess we'll deal with you later. Okay, in that case, I think the only thing left to do right now, then... I said with the big things, is to talk to the king and then talk to Euphrasia. Do we have everything we want equipped right now? I would like those auto attack ups, I think. It's not going to do a whole lot for this coming fight, but... could increase my HP a lot if I wanted to, but I don't think I need to. And that does nothing right now because I already have a knife key. Theoretically. I wonder if you ever get a... do you ever get another hat to choose from? I feel like you don't. But yes, knife key is what we want. Because it does extra damage to the king. I don't think we want anything different for anyone else here. I think we're good. What do we have today? Got that pendant, coin, mirror picture. What should do with this thing anymore? Anyways, I think we're good then. Coming for you. Alright, same dialogue? I'm never quite... honestly, I'm never quite sure why this is C's first response upon seeing the guy in that particular phase, but... we'll see when the dialogue changes here, because presumably, well, either it'll change here or it'll change in the fight, because we have words for this guy. kind of just waiting until we get to the point where... Here we go. He turns to us. Presumably me, as opposed to Odile. Let's be creepy. No, I didn't accomplish much. Other than just skipping all the dialogue, I guess, which is also its own boom. The knife key glows. Fantastic. I don't know why it would do that, really, but... Oh, is that like a generally true thing, or is it just giving you a start of a fight attack buff? Yeah, I guess so. Implying that part's not going to change. No, I think the thing is, I don't think the, like, hold skip button to skip mechanic works in fights. And that's why I asked you if you want to skip it. No, what happened to you not being able to talk to me up here? Okay, so not much else for Sif to do right now, I don't feel like. Does not use a turn, all the better. What's your deal? It's kind of a weird question to ask at this stage, I feel like, but... Totally annoying everyone else here. I wish this sprite showed up more often. I like this one a lot. And he does wax quite a lot about it, to put it one way. Oh, stars. Everyone knows that magic cannot cross political boundaries. The curse of usefulness, I guess. Be useless and nobody will ever want you. And will never bother you. The fruit of the useless tree are never stolen. But yeah, I feel like it was kind of apparent this was how it was going. Didn't he basically say this already? The whole, like, you fighting me is clearly the highlight of your lives thing. Don't you want this moment to be preserved? Well, I mean, have we confirmed that the king is really the origin of this stuff? We're asking the king... Well, we did notice the whole, like, time thing, but we haven't really confirmed anything. Smelly. Or otherwise feigns ignorance, but... Please lore dump on me, boss. I feel like... Hey, see if you know, you could resolve this if you just, like, talk to any of us. I feel like that's a bit of a hint, but... Not towards, like, this specific mystery in the game's plot, but more just, like, you know, the game in general. Thanks. Doesn't stop you, Bon. Yep, I have to talk to you, Crazy. So that means another trip to, wherever we can learn about things. I guess we can head back to the library, see if they have anything. It doesn't sound like the library in town has anything of any utility. Also, speaking of books, what was the latest issue of Chateau Castle? Like 87 or something? Yeah, okay. Okay, well, let's do a big fight for a while then. Well, I already have all my buffs, right? Just trying to get stuff in order. I don't need to do any of... What was it? I don't need to do any of Mira's special buff stuff yet. So I think we're good to just attack. Of course, none of these attacks are the ones I want. I don't have any paper coverage. That means I can just do any of these and it won't really matter. Have I ever seen these attacks actually debuff someone? Okay, anyways, paper time no, let's debuff you. Does weight always mean he's gonna do this attack? I believe it does. Oh, I did one scissors attack, which is not really a thing I need to do, but I'm all thrown off by my menu options being moved. Yeah, selling your defense would also be a good idea. You can start getting some damage in. The one issue with slowing him down and speeding all of us up is that I'm always a little worried that our shield's gonna wear off before he actually uses the big attack. Wasting a little bit of time there, but so much else for Steve to do right now. Oh, the defense is wearing off from everyone. No, you do have paper, strictly speaking. Might as well use it right now. Nah. Let's keep everyone buffy. But now you have no paper. Bleh. I could, regardless, just give this buff back. The attack buff's probably going to wear off in just a second now, since the defense buff was wearing off. Yeah, I just need to get back into the rhythm of this fight. There's very much a rhythm to this fight. And you slip up and you just end in everyone dying immediately, so you need to be a little bit deliberate about it. Is everyone... Yeah, everyone's losing their speed buff, aren't they? Speed back up, please. I'm running out of places to put all our buffs on the character fortress. I have no more paper craft to use on you. I think now is the time for paper. There we go. Okay, well, we're not doing a... Actually, we do have one paper attack there. We can actually keep up the... There's not much else for her to do right now. Honestly, I'd rather just keep up my, my paper streak right now. Can she do, if I just go right back to her... Nope, she still can't. Whoops. That was a waste. Not a waste of much, but still. Well, it was a waste of Seif's ability to pass off a turn. Oh well. You're still slow, you're still slow. That's the thing, Mira might be able to use paper again. I wasn't paying attention to how much time she had left for each of those. You still, okay, you still have your attack low. Just keep up the paper. And now our attack is down, great. Well, there's not much else for Seif to do right now, so... Where in the world did all my buffs for... Where did my all my attack buffs go? Hold on. I actually don't know how items work in this game. Like, what leads to you them having them or not having them on a given floor based on what you've done in the past? Because I picked up a bunch of stuff. Maybe it's stuff that I didn't pick up this run-through. This was one continuous run-through, wasn't it? More or less. More or less, roughly. Of the house. So that might have... Me not picking stuff up might mean I don't have stuff now. Whoops. I was thinking I'd boost my... attack now. Whoops. I cannot do that here. I can boost someone else's attack for the moment, at least, with this. Odil's the more important one, I think. Because Odil's a heavy hitter, being our paper person. You boost attack in one more turn. That's not going to do much, but it counts for paper. Now. Did you shake off the other stuff? You shaked off the attack debuff. Oh man. This guy has lost all of his buffs. I can't make up the time yet. Yeah. Mira can actually rebuff everyone's attack now, though. Oh, really? I thought those overrode each other. Odile has low and high attack now. How in the world? There you go, now it got overridden. I don't know if that was just a bug or what. Now get slowed down. Come on, dude. Thank you, Bonnie. That didn't actually do much, but whatever. Get everyone fast. Yeah, kind of just stuck in management right now. Maybe. Alright. His attack is back up. It's really annoying. Just for the sake of... Oh, that only works on one character. How do I not have... Wait, how do I not have Mira's ability to heal everyone? Didn't she have one of those? Hold on. I feel like I have fewer things than I feel like I should. Next I could use an item to heal everyone, but it's not that important right now. Okay, whatever, just paper a little bit. I don't know what precisely determines how much damage you do. Does it actually matter if anyone here has, for instance, a debuff on them? Nope. Ah! Stop that. Okay, now what? So now we actually have important stuff going on. I think it... Shoot. That was not... It was exactly not what I... Exactly not what I wanted to do. I need to unfreeze Seif. Odile could attack right now in theory. I like the idea more of healing everyone. Ugh, man. Okay. Extremely important to have... Now I have two of those, jeez. Mira Wig. We need to get our defenses back up. This fight's going at least as rough as last time. Last time I had more items to work with. Actually, I have less to work with this time on that front. Okay. favor. Let's keep doing some damage. Ah, this guy keeps buffing himself. Now, we've lost a lot of our other buffs, too. Odile, I want you to do that Paper Alpha at some point. There we go. Yes, I have. Okay. Yeah, your attack needs to be lower, thank you. I would like you to speed everyone up, but that apparently can't happen right now. I need you to be hurting less. You need to keep everyone from dying. We're doing alright, we're doing alright. The occasional use of an item, though, that I'm very short-handed on is a little bit more concerning, though. Okay. Keep you slow. I'll keep the pressure off us a little bit. I think Steve can speed our run up again now. That's a nice buff. Okay. That'll put us in a much better position again. Also leader defense. So see about what I really want you to do right now. Games always need to have a confirmation for guarding. I keep pressing guard when I want to go to my pockets for some reason. I just forget that it's there entirely. Okay. I think everything is just how I want it to be right now. There we go. I do appreciate this being the one fight in the game that really takes some effort until this point, though, so... Don't need to refresh that buff. Everyone's healed right now. Might as well just... I could refresh my attack buff. I don't know when... I think the boost lasts for approximately 3 turns. It has a 3-turn cooldown. I'll hold off for the moment. There's still a little damage to you. That's weak. I don't need the jackpot points. Go for a scissors combo, as stupid as that would be. Just because we're so close to it already. I don't think there's anything useful for Ysabeau to do otherwise, though. Actually, no, Ysabeau could. Ow. Buff everyone's defense again. I do spend a lot of turns on these buffs and so on, but I feel like in the end it's fairly worthwhile. Could basically just turn this into... Oh. No, I can't make up the time. So that's wearing off now. Ugh. Let's get another paper attack. Deal time. I have heard this. Alright, I keep forgetting that you'll actually have to reduce his HP to 0. Euphrasia, here we come. Yeah, not too bad a fight. But, the unexpected shorthandedness on items was a little bit of a problem. It only took about half an hour, that fight. Or more like 20 minutes, I guess, but... A moment of celebration before I skip all the usual stuff. Only for a moment. Explosion of sound effects. Time to go home. Okay. So, Euphrasia time. Or at least after this hallway. Yeah, if you want to be mean, you can bring Odile over to the window and examine it, but... I don't feel like being mean to Odile. Little dance and change god up there. Okay. I still don't like how that implies that these pillars are actually, like, they don't hold up the structure, they're just there. Once more. Oh, also, we need to get Bonnie to not yell this time and interrupt Isa. Okay, so vacation. Probably want to be careful talking about trying to talk to everyone else that we might want to talk to first. Same as before, but we also need to tell Bonnie not to interrupt us this time. Well, not more subtly than telling them not to interrupt us, but... And that way I will survive too. Okay, well, the implication is that I would want to talk to everyone before talking to Isabelle, and I'm not really sure why, to be perfectly honest. I like whatever is the reaction to saving an entire country and so on, but... Well, I guess that's the belated reaction after the initial laughter and so on. What? Sorry. You can pause the video and see what text that was at the end there. I don't know what that was. I just saw the word pineapple in very large letters. I don't expect... Well, I didn't expect anything different to happen when talking with Odile right there. Okay, I think you're talking to everyone else, now I talk to Isa, then I thought we talked to Euphrasia. Got the whole thing planned out. Well, I tried. 3/5 screw plug. I just did. Okay, anyways. Never mind all that. Yeah, so how about we, like, not ruin everything this time? Yes, there is indeed a thing you could help me with. Okay, I did kind of take my time talking to everyone there, didn't I? I mean, is it weird? It seems like it only seems like the usual brand of weed. Well. Oh. Well, that wasn't very productive. Oh, okay, didn't even get to select start again. Alright, informative. Yep. Time to make a visit to our local library. Yep, that's what I figured. Alright. Still got a lead. Pew pew. Mira, you still exist. Weird the game gives me the prompt to skip here since I haven't seen this dialogue before. Also carrot. Alright. Oh! That's a different face. Am I right to think that looks very Loop-esque? It's kind of foreboding. Okay. It's a big statue. Alright, so usual things here. I fear I just talked to Luke first, honestly. Since we're here. Isa. I was just looking at the tree. Isn't it such a cool tree? I mean, you're doing the same thing every time. Why do you expect it to change? Not just like in the usual people will tell you off for doing the same thing and expecting a different result thing. I mean, like, you are literally looping in time and doing the same thing. I already asked if I could help with anything somewhere else, but I guess I'll ask him here, too. Yeah, I think this is the same dialogue as last time, it's just because we asked him in a different place. This time it was not highlighted. Or rather, not unhighlighted. I think you know what I mean. Not marked as something we had already said. Loop. I demand an explanation. See, that really is Loop's face on the Change God statue. Did you do that? It's a little concerning, actually. Where'd that come from? Yeah, see? Weirdly specific, but okay, sure. I don't really talk much about them in my opinion, but... Well, are you more... Who would you envy more? The one stuck in a time loop and aware of it, or the one stuck in a time loop and not aware of it? Alright, whatever. Didn't really go anywhere. A lot of that lately, but we're getting a little bits of something. We do have people to talk to today. We'll see what comes of that. What do we want to do first? I'll go to the library first, I think. Who just introduces their library as a pretty crappy library? Oh yeah, I figure. I feel like that's the sort of thing you should be able to deduce from context clues. A book, you're talking about craft and someone says, a book about craft suffix. Like, you probably figure that it's something craft related at least. But where is there to go other than the library here or the house? What? What? And also candles. Someone's dorm. How many dorms have we seen? Like 2 of them, maybe? Okay. Dorm is really weirdly specific, but... Oh yeah, I need to tell one person about the Garcia Chateau Castle. Not this time. I've already said yes and no. Okay. Was it you who wanted to... Oh, I need to go fishing too. I don't think you're the one who wants to know the books. You're the one who's just doing earring things, or no, and making a necklace with a suppose. I mean, they speak. They've said words to us before. Like, every time. I guess that'll do that. So is this river still then? Is it not running anymore? Or was it running to start with? Joy. Yeah, okay. Here you are. What? No! That's not the last one I've seen. Oh, you need to look at one and then come back. Really? Why would you do that? So I poisoned it by looking at another... Why would you do that, game? I saw 87 when I was in the... You didn't remember it, Seif. This is fully on you. I don't remember what you actually... Oh, you're the one person who... Yeah, knows about... Mira. Yeah, don't... Isn't there at least one other occasion you're told to tell Mirabelle about someone? Okay, well I guess at this point the whole thing is, everything we can do from here is something towards the end of helping someone out with stuff. So, I was thinking we'd go to Boulanger, because that's something other than talking to, you know, our party members, but it's still in service of helping Odile find a family tale, so I think I'll go here. I guess what I should do at some point is just find that last edition of Curse of Chateau Castle. I imagine 87 or whatever it was the last one. I guess I'll have to just find that and then just die immediately and come back. I guess that's what I have to do. It seems dumb, but... Does the fan dialogue go any different? Feels like I'm missing something here. I do not have the way of jogging memory at the moment, for some reason. I'm not sure why that is. Why does this say this was already selected? Oh no, combat music! Okay, yeah. Please put away the battle stance. Jeez. Experience. I don't know if that's true. What are you basing that off of? I have half an hour. But we refuse to animate that. Is it not? Okay, just... Well, sure, I guess it's not like saying, I will marry this person based on a paper. It's saying, I will date this person based on a paper. I'll consider dating this, consider marrying this person, or bonding, based on a paper. Or, yeah, fine, sure. Still. It's related enough. It's in the same general direction. Were dating services like a thing before the advent of the internet? I never heard of them. And I don't see why it couldn't... Aside from, I don't know, maybe just like social stigma or whatever, if that would have been a thing yet. Because people would have thought it sounded weird, presumably. I wonder if that would have been a thing prior. I mean, at least in... I think to like other cultures or times long ago, or now, in some, where like arranged marriages are a thing. Like I imagine that in a more transactional context like that, something like this would probably not be hard to come across. In a society where it's expected to be less transactional, where you're expected to like meet a person and actually like care about each other, I feel like, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out the probability this was a thing before the advent of the internet, but I never actually heard of anyone talking about like anything resembling a dating service back then. Well, I mean, you say that like there's a lot of weight on it. Well, I could just spend the rest of my life with this person, though. But if you do, it's only by choice, so... I feel like that's not a very... It's not as weighty as it sounds. Coping! How do you fit an immense folder in a dress pocket? I hear people complain about not being able to fit a small anything in a dress pocket. What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean by me go first. Okay, in the sense of like judging based on the content of the paper. I can't not say this. What do you mean? You is not the intended response to that. Yeah, sure, whatever, that's fine. I don't know how much enthusiasm you expect to drum up from me on this stuff, to be perfectly honest, but you know what? Let's try to bait let's try to bait Mira into this. Start off on a positive note. I feel like you're discarding this pretty quickly. Ask what she does or doesn't like about a thing. Well, I mean... Yeah, see, I feel like Sif is focusing on details that don't necessarily matter to her. That's somewhere to start. That's a good criterion to have. Real talk. Just so you know, not everyone keeps that on the list of criteria. This isn't about me. I'm afraid... You think she's gonna try to cheat on her dating quiz by copying your answers or something? I don't know. Not sure I follow the logic here. I got you. I wasn't trying to get you. Okay. Valid. Why are you doing this then? Is this the wrong time for me to say that those buttons, wherever you'd call them, on her, on what she's wearing, I don't know if you call it like a vest or what. They always, what are those things called? It reminds me of those little pastries that you can get on the third floor in this game. Or not the third floor, right before fighting the king. I always think I might look at those. Just the way that they're like kind of circular, like spun together. Anyways, yeah, you talking about like your life and stuff, I'm paying attention definitely. Change. Okay. Does that mean things like you know for sure you're not interested in? I guess that could, because that means, hey, maybe I am interested in this thing, but... You seem to be trying pretty hard and still find you're not interested, which I think is a perfectly sensible way to come out of an experience. It's valid to not like something. Sometimes you try a new thing and go, wow, I hated this. Scary things. Well, what? You're not really quantifying the trying here. How much do you have to try? I don't feel like that's always the outcome, to be perfectly honest, but... Who said that? Okay, chill. Is there kind of an irony in I have to change by doing the same thing everyone else is expected to do? Actually, in all seriousness, I think that's the kind of the one complaint I have with Mira's whole arc is a strong word for this, but like her whole... For some reason, I dislike just saying like her whole deal, but that's kind of what it is here. But the whole premise of this conflict of hers, it never is quite clear to me how... I never follow the logic that drove her to try this to start with. And with that seeming a bit unreasonable to me, the rest seems a little underwhelming. Just because it feels like it's awkwardly premised on something I don't think makes sense. So everything that follows, it follows awkwardly. Even if the conversations that spawn from it and so on are decent. I don't feel like it's ever clearly indicated why she thinks this to start with. Like, you never get, like, people around her told her this thing, or, like, there's this aspect of change that, like, very clearly spells this thing out. She seems to have just gotten this idea in her head of her own doing somehow. Well, yeah, the changing part is fine, I get that. And Steve doesn't quite latch on to my train of thought here either. I mean, by the same logic, what? By the same logic, if you have to change in romantic fashions, won't that also mean that you're still encouraged to change once you are romantically involved or something to that effect? Which doesn't seem to be a question that's being brought up here. See, this is getting into something interesting. The idea of, like, not actually... the downsides of not being, or like, any kind of stability being discouraged. It's a kind of a fun exploration of some of the less fortunate implications of the rather unusual yet interesting belief that this region has. Now see, this part is something that I find more compelling, because it feels more well-founded based on everything around her. That's kind of a branch off of the impetus of the whole dating thing. Does it appeal to the Change God? Everyone keeps saying the Change God doesn't care. What's the point of appealing to them? You know, it's not like the Change God... The Change God doesn't actually do things for you, really, from what I understand. It isn't going to be upset if you don't do things they want you to do, because, again, one, they don't care, and two, they're not going to do anything either, right? Because, well, they're just lazy, so... Subtle detail, I'm not sure I ever really... usually I'm looking at the portraits during this. I never noticed, I don't think, the small changes in the sprites in the overworld. Like, see if right now I'm looking... like, shifting their gaze downwards and so on. I mean, why? Now, I don't think this is really the sort of thing that operates on a level of, like... rationalization. It's a little lower level than that, so to speak. It doesn't have enough level of abstraction. It's not decided at that level of abstraction, which permits reasoning. And now Mira just goes, oh man, I can finally... forced smile, woohoo. It's not clear why this isn't emphasized part of it. Like, if there was just more talk about this being an aspect of the practice that was strongly emphasized, but I don't feel like it is. There's a little bit of talk about, you know, like the earrings and so on, but it's not much. I don't know if I have anything, Mira. Like the how do you cope? I don't. Well, that's how you try to cope. I don't know if that's the right word to use that in front of the person who just said that to you, but okay. I don't know if that's appreciated. I kind of said that, although at the same time, change is supposed to be relative to oneself, right? Not relative to the people around you. Unless it's just relative to herself, that is always trying to change in maximal fashion, but... all things change except for changing, I guess. Whatever. Actually, real talk, though. I feel like being a little bit less obsessive about change might actually be a valid thing to change, but whatever. You're the expert. Art! By the power of graphics. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. At least not a new one. Not that I expected to do today. In this recording session. Arr! Huh. I don't know if... well, what do the stat buffs do? Like the attack up and so on? No, only one turn. I don't really need that. Cool, but like that actually doesn't sound like I'd ever use. Also, again, I use my whole, like, speed me up, slow them down strategy, which usually means I have lots of turns passing before the opponent attacks even once, so it'd usually be worn off by then. I actually don't think I'll get any use out of that. Oh well. I guess we do have about 10 minutes left. Oh, okay, we're just gone. Oh, I can sit here, though. Can I always sit here? Hold on, I never tried that. Can you just sit here next to Mira? When Mira's here? I need to try that. I don't know if I'll remember to do so, but I should. We might go a bit into overtime. But I'll give it a shot. There's, There's... Bonnie. I remember your favorite foods, I'm pretty sure. Because it just feels... I want to get the payoff for remembering all these foods. rice, pineapple, samosas, without cheese, with potatoes. I've never heard of cheese in a samosa. Is that a thing? I've seen various things in samosas. Not like a wide variety of things, I guess. I've just seen samosas that have like a meat in them, or samosas that, well, don't have a meat in them, so like potatoes and peas instead. I've never heard of cheese in a samosa. I don't think it would be bad at all. It's just like... I feel like cheese in a samosa at that point are getting dangerously close to a, what are those things called? To a pierogi, almost. Although, of course, you prepare the shell differently. But... Did I say that? I mean, sure, whatever. But... Oh, I mean... You do the occasional useful thing in combat in the house anyways, so I feel like... This feels kind of superfluous to me, but whatever, sure. At walk's length, maybe. Is this new music? Nope, goodbye, Bonnie. Okay, chill out though, this isn't teaching you things yet, this is just you running at an enemy. I forgot Bonnie has battle sprites. Okay, chill out. Since when do you do 2,000 damage, dude? Also got experience. Well, aside from like a quarter of their HP, but... No. Okay, hey, chill out. How many times have I said that today? People need to do that more often in this game. Hey, what? You ran off. I'd say it's kind of weird saying Sif have to like really be the adult in the room. I guess that's still true though. He generally isn't, even though, again, nominally he's the second oldest of the group, which of course big distance from Odile, but even when Odile's not present, he's usually not the adult of the group, so to speak. Among Mira and Isa. Even though it's everyone else plus Bonnie, at most Sif is like the quote-unquote cool uncle. That gives Bonnie, what was it, vodka. It's really just water, so... Oh yeah, by the way, what element are you, Bonnie? Mm-hmm. Look at that. Bonnie's in full-on rock posture. Look what you do. Very nice. What's Bonnie? Well, Bonnie's attacking with Rockcraft, I guess. So to say, Bonnie doesn't have anything to attack with here. No walk or anything, but... I don't think anyone ever... Well, I'd say I don't think anyone ever said that, but actually the others probably said that to Bonnie at some point. It's just funny to me that every time this comes up, it's a total surprise to Sif. Sif is somehow just that combination of like very inwardly focused and yet simultaneously somehow very unself-aware. And because they said so. That's weirdly aware for you to say, Bonnie, but okay. I thought you were going to say something like, oh, were you not hugged as a child? Or something like that. Sister, right? Yeah. Specifically suplex. Suplexes are cool in some ways, but being suplexed is less so, usually. How do you suplex on reflex? I feel like that's just too complicated a muscle movement. Like, you don't have a suplex nerve. You have nerves that make you, like, pull your hand away from a hot stove or something. Big shoes. I just get a mental image of like Sora shoes from Kingdom Hearts. And comparing them to Sif's heels. I still don't know how Sif wears heels when running around. They're small heels, but even so. I still can't remember if it's ever visible in this game. It was at least mentioned at one point in Start Again. That is the predecessor game to this. It's just a kind of a demo for this almost, but it's like an actual game like that costs money and so on. Not required reading for this game. I'd actually recommend looking at Start Again after completing this game, to be perfectly honest. There it is. Maybe. I don't know. It's better. I think there's still a consent aspect, but... Okay. Good job, kid. All the way from here? I feel like you should get closer before attacking. I guess it's only like 20-something loops. I don't think it's being that long. That's more that's more damage than Steve did the first time. Jeez. Although I think Bonnie has done like, hasn't Bonnie done like 4-digit damage in the house before? I don't think that thing could have hurt me that badly. I mean, I'm level like 60. I honestly find this strange for Steve not to remember, but I can't. Well, I don't think concern is really the reason that Bonnie reacts this way, but like concern would be valid. Yeah, like the hell, man. I think it's more just a self-esteem issue, Bonnie. Although I don't know if you're old enough to understand that. In heals somehow, but yes. And no more eyeball. Yeah. Steve talks about it being, or the inner monologue talks about it being because of not being used to being outside anymore. I have a feeling it's more supposed to be the whole, like, still not used to only having one eye thing. The game's never very explicit about it, probably because lots of this is filtered through, you know, the perspective of Sif himself, who really thinks, like, unreasonably little of this. But it seems strongly implied to me that Sif has, like, serious difficulties with bumping into things, losing footing, not noticing details, as a result of not actually being adjusted to their altered sight now. For what it's worth, he has pretty good reason to be confident at this point after having defeated the king multiple times, so... I do find it interesting how this kind of briefly holds a mirror up to Sif with the whole, parallel between him protecting Bonnie and vice versa on separate occasions, and them each reacting in a way that's kind of, dismissive of oneself. But Sif completely misses the aspect of... Well, Sif, of course, notices when Bonnie starts doing that, but completely misses the applicability of that to himself. Art! There we go. To art. Even better. Face is hilarious. How does that hat stay on, Bonnie? Triplicate art. Gotta spread out this art a little bit, game. This means Celonis have got good art, and I'm just getting gorged on it. Oh, I could use that, honestly. Although I still prefer the buffs instead, to be perfectly honest, so... Ah, cool. Is everyone gonna approve of me having done this? Oh well. I'm here now. Okay, what time is it now? Only about 10 minutes over. Okay, that's pretty much what I expected. It took roughly the same amount of time as with Mira. So, after those adventures with Siffron's continued obliviousness to herself. I need to stretch, jeez. Okay. I said before, I don't know how people stream stuff for hours, like 7 hours streaming a game in a day or whatever. I'm done after 1 hour. Often, at least. Anyways, so, next time then, we have more things to do here. We have a whole... Well, we have a boulanger to talk to try to figure out this whole family tale business. So we can pursue that next time. Then in the house, one, we need to find that darn... We need to find that Cursing of Chateau Castle issue and then die. I'm pretty sure 87 is going to be the last one. Because it's a pretty high number, at least. I don't think there are any higher ones, I could be wrong. But I guess we'll try looping back here. And we have plenty of memories to spare, so it doesn't matter. Having to warp back up after that. And someone's dorm supposedly has a... Or at least game's hinting. We'll have something on Timecraft. I'm wondering if that's one of the rooms you have to go through by using a crest on the wrong set of tiers. I think the second floor, if you use the wrong... If you go north instead of south, I think that brings you to that, like... To that room with a really big window, right? You can see the stars through and so on. I think. I don't remember if there are any other... I don't remember if it... I don't remember if there are any other... I don't remember how many dorms there are that you see. I feel like there are only 2, only one of which is not Mira's, of course. And maybe that was through break open some tiers that don't lead to the Change God statue on the 3rd floor, but I don't remember. We'll have to see. In any case, we've got stuff to do next time, definitely then. So, also, Isa, you can probably talk to at some point. We've helped out 2 people with things, so if we're able to do deals, that would presumably mean we can do Isa as well. So, things to do, as is usual. And this time I can probably remember all those things. Also, it's probably just the screen freezing whenever I open up my recording software, but I don't know. Alright, bye everyone!